Hey, I'm Siobhan, and I love talking about all the things related to freedom and personal growth. And I'm on a journey to redefine freedom on my own terms as I become the woman I desire to be. Each week, I'll share in real time what I'm learning as I do my inner work while creating a safe space for my listeners to feel seen. If you desire to be free and live a life that feels good to you, then you're in the right place for beautiful conversations that's going to support you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to the Siobhan J. Middleton podcast. Now let's start the show. Hey, welcome back to another episode of my podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan, and thank you for tuning in for another week. So today I want to talk about leaning into the good. And I was having a conversation with one of my really good friends, and we were voice noting back and forth. And as I'm listening to her express herself, I was like, why don't you lean into the good? And my reasoning for saying that is because she finds a way to prepare for things to crash. And as I said that to her, I'm like, oh, wait, this is a podcast episode. Let me jot down these notes. And so I flushed out my ideas a little bit more to prepare for this episode to remind me, but also to inspire you to lean into the good. Why is it that when we receive good things or good things happen in our life, we cannot feel it or we don't want to allow it, and we find a way to sabotage it? And feeling good, I know for me, has been foreign or unfamiliar. So when we do have feel-good moments, it's hard to lean into it and accept it out of fear that we don't know how long it's going to last, or possibly you don't have anyone to share your happiness with and how good you're feeling. And I want us to lean into feeling good, like savoring the moment, bottling it up inside, because we have a beautiful, long life to live. And we're going to have so many ups and downs and valleys and highs and lows and all the things. When we have good, let's lean into it. When we experience bliss, let's lean into that. When we experience joy and delight, let's savor these beautiful moments. And feeling good can pertain to anything in your life. You can be in a new relationship with a lover, a friendship, maybe a new home, a new job, a career, or just new fresh energy, and it feels so good to your nervous system. I want you to not reject it and allow it to just be. And don't calculate the time or begin to think, well, I'm not going to have this for long. No, lean into how it feels. And that moment could last longer than you think if you just allow it. One of the things that I am reminding myself to do is to be present in the moment with whomever I'm with. And let it be magical. Let it be sweet. Let it be a moment that lights me up inside. I want to savor, and that's the word I love. I want to savor every single moment that I'm experiencing that feels good, because I have fought to get to this space. And I don't want to sabotage it by preparing for the worst case scenario. No, let's prepare for the best case scenario. What if this experience works out? What if this friendship lasts for a lifetime? What if this lover is just supposed to be in my life for a few months? Whatever that is, like, let it be good. Maybe the career choice that you have, maybe it's to prepare you for something else. Maybe the environment that you're in is temporary, but how can you delight in it while you're there? I will say, presently, all is well in my life. There are some things that could be better, but for the most part, my life is really, really good. I am living out what I prayed for. I am living out what I've dreamed about. The fact that I am living on my own in my apartment that's decorated so beautifully, that has the most beautiful, peaceful energy, that every time somebody walks in the door, they're like, man, it feels so good in here, right? I'm living out my dream and leaning into what feels good because I have the friends and connections that I want. I get to roller skate as I choose, which I know that's something I love. My time is my own. I get to eat what I want. My kids are doing well. I mean, there's so much good in my life. I will say financially, I would like to be in a better place, and that is coming. But I have to remember that I walked away from an unhealthy situation, and based on some things that have happened that have been out of my control, I have to recover from that. But outside of that, my life is so damn good. And I'm leaning into the richness of it all, the fullness, the beauty. And I have moments just like everybody else where things don't look so great and they're not so good. But I don't focus on that for a long period of time. I'll have my moment with it. And then I have a way where I can process through my feelings and my thoughts. Thank God for therapy and supportive friends. I don't stay in a funk for too long. So what I want you to take away from today's episode is to do more of what feels good to you. Lean into what feels good. And if there's something or someone in your life that is disrupting your peace, it's up to you to switch things up. Put you first in every way and allow the good to just be. Don't judge it. Don't sabotage it. Don't walk away from it, but lean into it. And as I'm saying that to you, I'm saying it to myself as well, because sometimes it's hard, especially in real time, connecting with other human beings on this planet. Sometimes it's hard, but also I deserve to feel good. And so that's something I'm going to be focused on more, is when it feels good, allow it to feel good. And when the time is up, and that's okay. But the moment that I have is the moment that I have, and I want it to be magical. I want it to be beautiful. I want to live more in a state of bliss and joy. And in order to do that, I have to lean into the moments that feel good to me and just let it be. Please subscribe to my podcast wherever you tune into podcasts. I would love, love, love for you to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and leave a review letting me know your thoughts. You can also listen on YouTube and leave a comment over there. And then also, if you're listening on another platform, definitely subscribe so you never miss out on an episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, share it with a friend. Just text them the link and say, hey, take a listen and let's discuss it. Share it on social media and tag me at Siobhan J. Middleton on Instagram. If you want to support my work in any capacity, you can treat me to a cup of coffee. And typically what I do is whenever someone treats me to a cup of coffee, I buy the bag of coffee that I choose because I love drinking my coffee at home. So all of the support that you guys give for treating me to coffee is for me to make it at home in my French press. Sometimes here or there I may have coffee while I'm out and about, but I really love my coffee at home. And so again, that link is in the show notes. Subscribe to my newsletter. And this way you get a weekly note from yours truly, sharing with you a little bit more where I go into detail about the topic that I discuss on the podcast. You can become a free subscriber where you get the weekly newsletter. And then if you become a paid subscriber, you get the weekly newsletter along with other content from me. And there's also an opportunity for us to have a conversation and chat and all the things. So be sure to do that. The link is in the show notes. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, sending you so much love and light, and I hope you have an amazing day.